All right, we're going to check out, shoot, and review this Cyelee Cat Pro today, pistol red dot. This is for the RMSC footprint. There's everything laid out that comes in your nicely padded box there. So a bunch of hardware here so you can mount it up to most pistols with the RMSC footprint. They got some, what size are these? M4s, and there's some more M4s, but there's a whole bunch of screws in both of these bags, so it comes with a lot of different hardware, different length screws and different thread pitches and whatnot to mount it on most RMSC footprints. Your little tools there, instructions, quick reference cards there. You got your screen wipe. This comes with a nice rubber cover that fits real nice. I noticed these newer ones are fitting a lot better. The Optic on my original Wolfo, I don't know if it's just mine or what, but my rubber cover was kind of loose, so if I like tip the pistol upside down and shake it, it'll pop off, but not so with this one. This one fits a lot better. But as I said, this is the Cat Pro. They make a regular Cat version, and this is the Cat Pro. So the differences between the regular version and this Cat Pro here. The Cat Pro here has a side release battery tray there, so it'll slide out the side, so no need to remove the Optic from the pistol to change the battery, so you don't have to not only remove it and reinstall it to change the battery. You don't have to do that with this Cat Pro, but also you don't have to worry about losing zero or anything like that. Slightly revised profile over the standard Cat. The hood here is a little thicker, I believe, and it's a lower profile and whatnot. I believe it's a little more narrow as well. And they advertise this as actually being able to co-witness with a P365, so this is more adaptable to being able to co-witness with most pistols, because generally speaking you can't co-witness with a P365, but this is developed in such a manner to where you can get like a lower 1/3 co-witness with a P365, or at least with proper sight heights on that you can do so, whereas with other red dots, I guess that's difficult to do on the P365. So that aspect of it is slightly revised. Cops are back there training in their little private section of the range today. Oh, let's see what else. So this also has, I forget what they call it, I'll throw it up on the screen, but you can lock these controls out for a combat situation or what have you, to where you can eliminate these buttons being able to be used. You can basically shut them off. The way you do that, you press and hold both of them for 6 seconds, it says, both at the same time, and then whatever brightness setting you have it on at that point, it'll stay there, it'll stay on. So it just basically turns off these buttons. So again, in like a combat situation, you don't have to worry about bumping the buttons against anything, or even if you're carrying it as a sidearm and you have to like dive and lay on your side for several seconds, pushing those buttons isn't going to do anything, because you're able to shut them off via that method. And then to get it out of that method, is all you just press and hold both for 6 seconds again to disable it, and your red dot in there will flash to let you know that it's been activated and deactivated. So that's another feature of the Pro over the standard model. But both have the shake awake, both models, the standard and the Pro. I am not going to get a break today. I hope you guys can hear me. I keep trying to wait in between shots, but they're just not giving me a break. They're both shake awake, so in less than 10 minutes of zero movement whatsoever, they'll both shut off, including this one, as long as you don't have it. I believe it even shuts off if you have it in that mode to where these buttons are deactivated. But they both have the shake awake capability there. Both IPX7 waterproof. Both multi-coated, shockproof, fog-proof, and all that good stuff as you would expect. Both have 40 MOA of adjustment, windage, and elevation, and all their pistol optics, I believe, 3-year warranty. So I'll have a link in the description to both the original Cat and this Cat Pro if you want to check them out. I'm going to mount up on my Taurus TX22 here today. I really wanted this Optic because I do not like this itty bitty crimson trace. Now obviously running the RMSC footprint is going to be smaller than an RMR. However, this crimson trace here is just dinky. Very hard bringing it up quick to get sight picture on this little crimson trace here. So it should be much better with this Cat Pro. Kind of hard to show you one-handed and whatnot, but you can see there, same footprint, but that is a much larger screen, so I'm gonna like this a lot better. I also have a review coming up shortly after today's video. This is a +9 mag extension for the TX22 by Galloway. I have a review video on that coming up. We got a bunch of goodies installed on here by Lakeline. It's their comped slide, barrel, guide rod, and spring. For all that and more, if you want to see the reviews on that, the extension will be coming up, but I already had video out on the Lakeline stuff, and also the pistol light here. If you want to check out any of the review videos of any of the stuff you see mounted up here today, just go check out the parts, accessories, and optics playlist on the channel. I put all that stuff in there. But we'll go ahead and get this thing mounted up and get started here, and I'll try to also get this put up on my Max 9 and get that incorporated into the video as well. That way you can see it running on a, you know, center fire pistol, which is what these things are made for anyways. 22 ain't nothing for it. So, but I'll try to get out here the next day and get that in the video as well with this thing running on a 9mm. And by the way, as I mentioned earlier, I have previous experience with their optics. Like I said, I have the Wolfo. I did have the Wolfo on the factory slide with an adapter plate. That's got thousands of rounds through it. It's been on 9mm as well. I've had 0 issues out of that. I'm going to do a 1-year update video on that soon. I also have their enclosed emitter, the Cyelee Bear. Again, if you want to see the reviews of those, parts, accessories, and optics playlist. But I've had very good experience with their optics. I have 0 issues whatsoever. So I'm looking forward to flawless operation today as well. Alright, I got a mag here of a bunch of mixed oddball rounds I just want to use up from a video I was just recording. And so I already have about 100 rounds with this optic on here. So we're already up 100 round count through this optic in that video. So it's pretty much already zeroed as well. It was real close right out of the box. It was just slightly off to the left for me on this gun. So I just had to give it just the smallest turn to the right, and now she's good to go. You'll see this gun here not really running that well. I was dirty, I believe, and then also I didn't have my go-to ammo. Sometimes when you add the extra weight of the optic to a little rimfire like that, you might have to run hotter ammo, more powerful ammo to get it to cycle reliably. I was out of that ammo that I used just for that, and like I said, I think it was dirty as well. So I did have a little bit of issue with it running reliably, but rest assured I switch over here shortly to 9mm and have no further issues. You're not going to have a problem with the added weight on something like a 9mm 40-45, anything like that. It's just because it's a little 22. And like I said, usually I don't have a problem. I just run hotter ammo. That's why I think the gun was getting a little gunked up on me. And yeah, this sight window is so much better than that Crimson Trace I had on there. Try to get this for you guys. It's a little difficult through the camera. Oh, there it is. It's because it's so bright out. I can see it super easy. Broad daylight here. Full sun. Obviously, you see my shadow against that bright white plate. I didn't even have it all the way up, and I could see it no issue. But I'm going to have to turn it up for you guys on the camera here. So there you can see the dot, and it looks a little bigger on camera than it does in person. It's brighter in person than it looks on camera. But there's your dot there, and yeah, I'm not having any issue whatsoever. As soon as I bring it up, I'm finding the dot, unlike with that Crimson Trace, because it was so dinky. I was having difficulty. I'd bring the gun up, and I'm like, wait, where's the dot? And I'm not having that issue with this Cat Pro. So that's really why I wanted them to send this to me, because I hate that Crimson Trace I have over there. It's just too dang small. So this thing is awesome. I actually fired a lot more shots off camera because I was doing other videos and then came back to this one. It's just the method in my madness. Then right here you can see I was actually running on 9mm, so we also have more 9mm shots off camera as well. So I was doing a mag extension video for the TX22 and then also an optics plate video for the 9mm there. So got a bunch more that's not in this video on that optic, both 22 and 9mm. Well, that was a 22 there. Had no issues holding 0 on that. A lot of people don't know, but honestly, the impact on the red dot there with a 22 is about the same as a 9mm 40-45 because they each have stiffer springs to handle the extra recoil. So running the optic on a 9mm doesn't really beat it up any more than running it on a 22. They both have close to the same slide velocity, so a lot of people don't take that into account. You can put 1,000 rounds to a 22 and they'll be like, well, yeah, that's a 22. How does it do on a 45, 1,000 rounds? And really, it's about the same difference. But with that said, we'll go ahead and mount it up on the 9mm now anyways. If you wonder what I'm doing here, I'm sighting in for this gun. Every time you switch guns, you're going to have to re-zero it. That is not leaning right. Well, there you have it, guys. Like I said, I've run several of their optics without any issue, as you can see. So I really love these Cyelee pistol red dots. This one's no exception. It's also got a few more rounds to it than what you've seen in this video. In another video where I was reviewing this plate, had some rounds through it in that as well. It's 15 yards to that back row. Those things are like headshot size or smaller. Have no problem whatsoever hitting that. Having a little red dot makes that a lot easier than iron sights. Again, there'll be a link in the description if you want to go check it out. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.